Well, in November, we told you how some companies are overcharging for prescription drugs, all under the guise that you're saving money.
Well, after our story aired, one company rolled back the price of a potentially life-saving drug. But how often are we being overcharged on other medicines? Carol Evans J. Olstead continues our investigation.
Makes me insane.
That was Kurt Bersham in November.
Justice had been served, I guess.
This is Kurt now, after winning a battle over the prices we pay for life-saving drugs.
They're not being honest, and it's price gouging.
In Kurt's case, price gouging might be an understatement. Last spring, Kurt went to this CVS pharmacy in Maple Grove and picked up a prescription for a family member with a kidney disorder. The initial 30-day supply cost about 87 cents per pill. But when he followed his insurance company's advice and ordered a 90-day supply through the mail, CVS Caremark jacked up the price to more than $6 a pill. That's when Kurt contacted us, and we showed his bills to one of the nation's leading experts on prescription pricing.
So is this a shell game?
This particular case is a perfect example of a shell game, yes.
Professor Stephen Chandlmeyer told us it's one of the ways the prescription drug industry games the system. And after our story aired, guess what?
Oh, magically Caremark dropped their price.
And dropped it a lot, from more than $6 to just 74 cents a pill. And CVS gave Kurt a refund.
And I'm grateful for that.
But it got us wondering, was this just happening to Kurt, or is it the tip of the iceberg?
It's a huge fraud on the government and on us.
Jim Vanderlinden was one of the lawyers who filed this lawsuit back in 2008, accusing CVS of defrauding Medicaid by overcharging on prescriptions.
They're taking more money than they deserve.
CVS was supposed to charge the government the same low price it gave some private insurance plans. But Twin Cities pharmacist Stephanie LaFleur noticed they weren't and blew the whistle.
Cannot charge government programs more than that.
And in this case, they were.
Oh yeah, substantially. Fortunately, Stephanie looked at it and said, this is wrong.
CVS denied wrongdoing, claiming it wasn't intentional, but the company agreed to pay $17.5 million to settle the suit. Some of that money went to Minnesota. Walgreens settled a similar suit. And there's more. This federal class action lawsuit accuses CVS of a massive fraud for punishing people who have private insurance by not giving them same low prices they charge people without insurance who sign up for a so-called health savings club that anybody can join.
You're a preferred club member by raising your hand.
CVS denies doing anything wrong, and so do Kmart pharmacies. They were sued for using prescription clubs to avoid giving insurance customers low prices, too.
The pharmacies admit they're doing it, but they just come up with this argument that because they call it a prescription savings club, they can do it.
And one way or another, all of this is costing money. Lots of it.
The overall cost is going up pretty tremendously.
Carolyn Perry runs the Minnesota Health Action Group, which advocates for local companies that pay a big chunk of their employees' health insurance. Now, some of those companies are wondering whether they're victims of prescription price gouging too, as healthcare costs continue to rise.
This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is so hugely expensive.
That kind of opened my eyes a lot.
Not only opened Kurt's eyes, but his employers too. Now they're questioning the prices on other prescriptions.
They actually said they were glad that I brought it forward because it revealed some other issues with other drugs that they were doing this on.
Now, in a statement, CVS Caremark did not answer direct questions about Kurt's case, but a spokesperson told me when the company was made aware of the pricing issue, they worked to resolve it. Meantime, the Minnesota Health Action Group is working on ways to improve transparency in the prescription drug industry, which it says is a big concern of the companies it represents.
So what should consumers do if they walk in and the price of the drug that they thought they were going to pay is much more than...
Yeah, kind of sticker shock.
Yeah.
Experts say one of the questions you should be asking is how much this drug will cost if I pay cash. Sometimes it might be lower than what you're getting with your own health insurance.
It's really frustrating, but so glad we know about it now. We'll know what to ask.
Yep.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.